Fairy dust for you, me, anomaly. Okay. This is addressing something that you are going to need, and that is help. You need help. You really do. Not with this. Like I said, you're the expert at your grief. Like, you're doing great with that. But you are going to need help getting some shit done. And so the tool that I want to give you when you feel up to it, but I really want you to think about it, and I want you to get prepared, because it's in people's nature to say to you, let me know if you need anything. Let me know if you need anything. And some of your support system will just do shit without you having to ask. You just do it. It's hard enough to ask for help in our life. Like, that's already hard. And so when we're vulnerable and just broken down by grief, it's even harder, because if we're going to ask for help, we don't have that skill, and now we have no energy to get good at that skill. So this is what I would like for you to do. So this is my suggestion. I want you to think of one of your main support systems, and I'm thinking friends, could be family, that is the safest. I want you to find the safest person who is being incredible right now. Could be a fawn, but that's okay for now. We need the fawns at this time, and they're happy to provide for us because they love us. And fawns are built for this shit. But okay, so to that safe person, I want you to be thinking of the things that need to be done, that like truly, truly, truly need to be done. You may not be able to think of any right now, but when you do, I want you to either make a note in your phone, or if you have a little journal in your bag or whatever, like you make a note of that. So it's like, for Amelie, I need somebody to, if I'm grieving, she's going to daycare. Like, she's going to, I need a dog walker. You know what I mean? And so it's just stuff like that what we want to do is be prepared for two things. One is when someone says, please let me know if I can do anything, I want you to be able to say, do you think, would this be something that you could do? And you can just say, like, it's okay if you don't. We're not going to work on new skills here. We're just going to work on, again, just getting support. And what will happen is the fake people, you will identify themselves. The fake people, the fake people will automatically identify themselves as losing privileges to be a part of our support system. Like, they're gonna just like, oh, I can't, then that person, just forget it. Just, that person's not gonna be helpful. So, so the stuff, it's the maintenance of life that's really a killer at this time. Like, because you're doing such hard things and making hard choices in the beginning. I really want you to, if you can, for any of the services that you have to interact with, like at a hospital or a church or a funeral home or whatever, I want you to see just really be looking to see who is the genuine people. And then I want you to lean on them a little bit more. And here's one of the ways you can do it. So you can just say, you can use a disclaimer, like, I'm so sorry, I'm not normally like this, but I'm having a hard time hearing you. Could you write this down, or could you send this to me in an email, or could you, but again, like, feel out if it's a safe person. And if they start acting weird at that point, just cast them aside. Next, we just need the people that are actually going to be real and actually helpful to us. So the other thing I would love for you to have, like, I would love it so much, is if you could have an advocate. So this is your safe person, your best girlfriend, your best, your bestie, like your best, the person that gets you the most as your sidekick for some of these fucking meetings that you have to have at the very beginning and some of these choices that you have to make. And so, because just like I recommend having an advocate for somebody who is, has an uncomfortable doctor's appointment or something, because if we're the patient, we're not going to be able to really hear everything as clearly or think of the questions to ask, but our advocate will, and an advocate's not shy. The advocate will just do it. And so that's the person that we want next to us. I'm also thinking of the word Sherpa. Like, we really need somebody to get us up this mountain, And so, and it could be more than one person. I had a neighbor who had a fire once, and I already had all this information inside me. And so when I said, I want to help you. So are any of these things helpful to you? I can go to the grocery store. I can go to the pharmacy. I can, go to get food. I can, you let me know what of these. And so I was actually proactive in offering, because remember, your brain is mush, which that's just going to be the way it is for this month. It's going to be mush. That you won't be able to think of these things. So again, that's why I would just like, and your advocate, your safe person, can help you with this list. It's like, yeah. So I just want to give a little caveat to introverts who are grieving. I'm going to do a whole, after I get through the first 2 years of getting through the first 2 years of grief, not having your grief lifted. That's not what I'm saying. We just need to how to fucking survive these first 2 years. And yes, I said 2. And if you're a mom or dad that has lost a kid, that's 5 for you. And what we're looking at, we're not looking at your grief lifting or changing or doing anything. Your grief's going to do what it's going to do for the rest of your life. Remember, you will never get over this, but you will learn to live with it. And that's where I come in. I mean, I'm here with you, like getting you through this. And so, just, I'm saying after that's all, I'm going to do specialized, what kind of losses. So that's what's all on the horizon. Introverts, we fucking hate extroverts. Just, take a little nap for a second. Introverts, we hate people. It's going to be so hard. So now extroverts can listen to this again. So for introverts, it might be easier if you just do the things. I get that. Like, I totally get that, because I can't even interact. But back to the extroverts and introverts together, and ambiverts too, say shout out to you, is that you hire people. You hire people, and there's so many the apps now. Like, you can hire a dog walker, you can hire somebody to come to hang your picture, you can hire somebody to do that. So I just had somebody who helped me organize my sand play miniatures in my office. Like, how? She did a great job. And I just, because I had to move around Christmas time, I needed extra help. And but extroverts too, it might be just easier, because people are going to be, some people are going to be annoying and some are going to be great. And so when you don't have the energy to deal with the not greats, or trying to determine if somebody's going to be great or not at this, just hire a person. Just do the app. You pay them in the app. You can do a tip in the app. Like, it's just, you're going to need to help get things done. You really, 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 really are. So that's the first, thought about, you're going to need some support here. And just, I'll throw this in here too. Understand that for the family or the people surrounded the person who died. So this is all very loaded, all very it's all, everybody is just ready for a fight because everybody's hurting. So there might be, if you normally could rely on family members to help you, they're not going to be as available as they would any other time because they're also grieving, going through their shit. So, okay, so there's that. So we're going to need support. So you put something in your phone. You can even put like IGG, Irreverent Grief Guide, so you know what that is. And then underneath, like, I need laundry done. I need a grocery trip. I can't go, and so if somebody says, like, I would love to help you, and you can just say, are you sure? And then if they're like, yes, then that person, like, just show them your list, and, but you're going to need support. And that's it for this one. Okay, so we got to figure out, we want to take advantage of when people do want to help. And again, people are dum-dums. And so they're not going to be like me, experienced grief counselor, who's going to name the things. They don't know to do that. And everybody's fucking scared of us when we're grieving. So that's whole nother level of that. But we don't want to discount them if they actually do want to help. And so that's what this is. That's why you're here with me, like the Irreverent Grief Guide. Like, that's why you're here, is because we actually need to, figure out how we're going to make it through. And this would be one of the ways. Like, we all need help in grief. Like, we all need. And again, I'm not talking about our grief. I'm talking about all the shit around us. Again, could someone take on my dog? Like, and that's just going to be the way it is. But again, there might be drama in the family or whatever. Now's a good time. I'll say it again in the future, but now's a good time to say, sometimes the people that you would think would have your back don't. There's something that goes on with them when the grief comes, and it's not that way. And then another phenomenon happens, which people who you never thought would be there for you or do anything for you in a time of need, that person's just showing the fuck up. Like, and so anyway, that's enough for this part, but we're gonna need help, and I just the main message, I want you to be prepared for when somebody asks you if they can help you, that you just give them the answer. And if you want to, you just tell them, my grief counselor, I'm not your grief counselor, but you can say my grief advocate, or whatever you want to call me, your grief fairy godmother told me to give this list to you. And then you can totally blame me, like, and again, you can use all your disclaimers. Now's not the time. We're not going to practice assertiveness training right now. I would do this all the time. Are you sure? Are you sure? And then you'll see if they are sure, if they have attitude when they're doing it or whatever. But you can say, like, is this dumb? I don't, you just get the awkwardness, vocalize it. Is this dumb? Because, and like, here's my list. Is there anything on here that you think you might be able to help me with? Because it would be such a gift. And it's an advanced skill to accept help. So I'm just going to say here, we're not going to work on it as a tool because you're working hard enough. But this is one of those where you're just going to, like, fuck, I have to do it. Like, I just have to do it right now. I just have to ask for help. And I hate it. And you can say, this is what I would do. This is how I talk. Amelie, I'm sorry to bother you, but is there any way you could take yourself to the dog park? Like, and it's just like, the person looks at me like dumbfounded. It's like, oh, that's totally fine. I get it. And this happened to me recently. Somebody was like, it was actually regarding my dog, which made me think of it, but she was like, do you, anytime you need me to come get your dog, and whatever, because I did hire somebody because of my migraines to come walk my dog, actually to babysit my dog, and the person found that out and said, oh my God, no, call me, I'll do it, I'd be so happy, it would be so wonderful. And then I hit a brick wall with something, and I asked her to do it, and it was like, oh, I can't, blah, 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 blah. So, okay, so now I know the real deal. And the person's not bad. it's not a bad person. These people aren't bad, they're just dum-dums. And also fawns can offer help, but maybe they won't actually do the help, you know? So we just have to, for those of you who don't know any about my videos on the fawn by Pete Walker, that just means extreme people pleasing. So, okay, so gotta just get a list together, and you know, when you can, and just do it on your phone, and then just activate these people. And again, you're gonna get to see, look, we're grieving. Like the worst thing that's can happen to us has already fucking happened. And so somebody refusing to help me is really, I don't really have fucking time for that. Like, that's fine. Like, good. Now I know. I've eliminated you from my safe people list. God bless you. I love you. Like, go on your merry way. But this is life or death over here. You know, that's what grief is. Like, it is. It's the worst. So anyway, I love you. Oh my God, you're doing so amazing. All right, love you. Bye.